Hello, everyone. My name is Roberto Cabrera Ventura. I am the General Director of the Instituto Polytechnico Nuestra Señora de las Mercedes in Santiago, Dominican Republic. We are a public school with more than 3,000 students. We introduced face-to-face classes on September 20th of 2021, step by step. The entire population did not enter the same day, and we did it little by little. The project called Return to Joy was used to develop more playful activity and games with social distancing to help a student readjust in the classroom. Initially, we decided to divide each class into two groups. Group A would attend Mondays and Wednesday, while Group B would attend Tuesday and Thursday. Group A come one Friday and Group B would come the following Friday. In a few weeks, the process was readjusted and the students of the secondary level, especially those of the professional technical modality, began to attend every day. The Ministry of Education, together with the Ministry of Health, developed a protocol for the elaboration of our school safety protocol based on our reality. The school space had to be readjusted, but the common areas, the classroom and labs requiring new supplies, especially for biosafety, making the space the ensure social distancing, redesigning the way to enter the school. We increase our hand washing station and take people temperature every day. The school bus service also has a new product. For the preparation, our staff was trained on the COVID prevention protocol during 15 days. We also address the personal dimension, especially topics such as resilience and emotional health, done by our department psychology. We worked spiritual, pedagogical, and institutional dimension. All these topics were addressed to find a strategy to ensure the safe and well-being of everyone. We had parent-teacher meeting to explain them to the school protocol. We asked them to help us in guiding the children in this regard. So far, the family's care has been great. It is important to highlight that our staff is fully vaccinated with 2 and even 3 doses. Likewise, 98% of our students who are 12 years old and older have been vaccinated. The strategy of dividing the section in 2 groups and the implementation of the COVID prevention protocol has worked very well. Dividing the group for the opening acts and carrying it out in the widest space of campus and open air has also worked well. The gradual entry of the student was also very functional. Restricting the entrance of people who are not students to the school was helpful. We also draw social distancing signs all over the school, and it has worked well. However, the social distancing during the school recess and lunch has not been functional. Therefore, it was necessary to reduce the workload for each group and divide them into small groups to reduce any risk. Before COVID, each classroom had approximately 40 students. when we implement face-to-face classes, the number of the students that we had per classroom was a challenge. They create difficulty in complying with the COVID prevention protocol as they asked students to be seated 1.5 meters away. We also found that the distribution of the education class and the academic load was challenging. By being divided into two groups, everything was reduced to 2 days of classes, since what was done on Monday was repeated on Tuesday. For teachers, it was especially difficult in terms of monitoring and evaluating classroom processes. We have modified the schedule about 4 times, trying to seek the well-being of the student. Since the hour of classes were reduced, in effect, the quality of education and good results in student learning. Now, it will take more time to acquire the core competencies and the specific ones. Additionally, students with chronic illnesses are vulnerable and cannot attend school. Therefore, we have to implement hybrid education. Besides, we have had teachers and students who have been COVID positive. However, we immediately send them home, and so far, no one has been infected at the school. Additionally, we have some pregnant teachers who, due to their situation and by disposition of Ministry of Administration of the country, cannot go to work in person, and other teachers had to carry their workload, making it a very difficult situation, and to which the Ministry of Education has not given an answer yet. It was very difficult to deal with these challenges at the beginning because we could not find the most appropriate strategies. We did trial and error tests to see what worked best, and in the process, we adapt changes to favor student learning. Students who cannot attend are sent digital classes, and parents need to collaborate in their learning process. Google gives us a free G Suite domain, and as a result, the classroom platform is used for asynchronous student work. Now, homework are placed on the platform, and students develop them on days they are at their homes. The most important consideration for the safe conduct of classroom instruction is to understand that in general, everything will always depend on the attitude of everyone. There is not an established rule. We trust the will and commitment of the member of this educational family. The face-to-face classes are positive. Therefore, we must continue looking for strategies that work for us and pay attention to learning needs and diversity so that students can continue learning. It is important to have a positive attitude, be open to new changes, and think that the way you used to teach before cannot be repeated because everything changes, and we must reinvent education with a new strategy that give effective learning results. We need to motivate others, always show we care, and give assistance to a student who lost family members due to COVID. We also need to be flexible in this situation. And We must return to joy. Thank you very much.